Hatred, anger, and frustrations, these emotions are caused by when someone's sense of pride is hurt, leading people to make rash decisions that, if you're not careful, can be a downward spiral until your ultimate downfall. In this episode of Samurai Jack, Jack's hatred and frustrations and anger come full force, and we have to see if Jack is able to deal with that or not. Now, this all starts when Jack is entering into a pretty rundown bar that doesn't look like the best, but he's just getting, a little glass of hot water for him to just to drink on because he's a traditional man. He doesn't need booze or alcohol. He's a samurai. Now, as he's about to sit down and start drinking this hot water, some of the guys around the bar come over to him and reveal that Aku has placed a bounty on his head. And surprise, surprise, these guys want to collect. Well, it doesn't go necessarily all that well for him because Jack takes him out pretty much within a second, finishing up his hot water and leaving the bar, where he runs into another bounty hunter, but that one's pretty easy to defeat, so he doesn't put too much effort into that guy. But then he has to fight a monkey man with 3 eyes and robot hands. Now, to be fair, the fight is pretty good on the monkey side because he is able to disarm Jack, but you know our samurai, that doesn't take all that much for Jack to outmaneuver him and then get his sword back and defeat the monkey man. Unfortunately, that's not the end of it, because just as he wraps up his fight with the monkey man, a bear, a robot elephant, 2 robot centipedes, and a cat man show up to start fighting Jack. Well, the robot elephant, the bear, and the cat man, all those are pretty easily dealt with, but the centipedes are causing Jack a little bit more issue. Every time he slices a section, it just divides in two, and those 2 sections then come back and fight Jack. Now, as this is all going on, Aku is watching the procedure going on, and he's grumbling to himself like, why? Why can't someone just defeat this samurai? And then he has one of his famous mischievous smiles, giving us a hint that something not quite right is going to be coming towards Jack, so I hope he's prepared. Now, as Jack is finishing out the last of the centipede, calming down from his battle frenzy, putting away his sword, it looks like everything's going to go back to normal for a samurai until, unfortunately, his sandal strap breaks. And this seems to be the last straw for Jack, just pushing him over the edge, letting out all of his frustrations, picking up his sandal, and chucking it at the closest digital poster that he sees. Now, most people are like, okay, man had to let off some steam. He just was in constant, 3, 4, 5 fights? So I get it. The man needs to blow off a little bit of effort. But the moment he chucks that sandal at that screen, a magical force field covers the sandal, revealing a black and red robed samurai Jack. Now, apparently, this dark avatar of Jack was born out of his own hatred, and it has all the skills that Jack has, and his only purpose is to destroy Samurai Jack. With that, their fight begins, exchanging blow after blow after blow, causing sparks to go around the whole forest, and it looks like it's setting the place on fire, causing Jack to get into another battle frenzy, really letting his anger out, letting it show on his face, as this hatred, dark Samurai Jack does the same thing. They look almost like either rock stars or wild men at this point. Now, this fight continues on for some time until Jack takes a good look at himself in his own blade and doesn't recognize the face staring back at him, causing him to realize he's letting this hatred, this anger, this frustration of his world of Aku just eat him up inside, forcing Jack to take a step back from the fight, to disengage, and to calm down. And we see a battle-hardened, frustrated Samurai Jack just mellow out, starting to regain the focus of a samurai. And we see the area around him wasn't actually on fire. No, that was just the world that Jack was seeing, all in red, the frustration for it all just started to settle down. Now, the Dark Avatar, he doesn't understand what's going on at this point, and he mocks Jack for taking a step back and threatens to kill him in his next move. But before that version of Jack can lay a single blow on him, he disappears, for Jack has dissipated all anger and frustration within him, defeating his enemy. He then makes a comment to the sky telling Aku that, hey, your tricks are getting kind of old, step it up a notch pretty much, bro, come on. But yeah, with that pretty much concludes this episode. I think it's a pretty good one. I thought they did an okay job of explaining how hatred can blind somebody and just consume you if you're not careful. So I thought they did a good job demonstrating that, at least for its 7-year-old audience that this show was made for. So I gotta give them some props for that. Although with that said, I personally would have liked it if they would have gone and showed you like maybe a flashback of like Jack's master teaching him techniques to how to deal with anger and bring it back to center and just calm down. I feel like that lesson would have been great to integrate into this episode to really help kids that would have been having anger issues that would be watching this, just to kind of like a guidance. Because I know as a kid, I got a lot of guidance from my TV shows I watched. Maybe that was a bad thing. Maybe I watched too much TV. Probably watched too much TV when I was a kid, to be honest with you. Fair enough. But I felt like it could have been a little bit more there, which is why I'm only giving the episode a 7.5 overall. It's not a bad episode. It does some good things, but it just was kind of lacking in some regards that I thought that it could have improved on. I liked all the fights. It was all good, so no issue there. But let me know in the comments below. Do you think they should have added a scene where Jack was learning how to deal with anger and frustration? Do you think that maybe Jack was acting out a little too much, that he really shouldn't be all that mad? I'd like to hear your comments below. Let me know, and leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care now. Bye.